Now in Good Morning Northwest, shock in the Moses Lake School District with the discovery of an $11 million accounting error. We look at the fallout, including lost jobs and slash programs.
Another warm couple of days. We will feel and then see the changes coming our way for the weekend. We've got an interesting forecast coming your way.
And is the U.S. sending mixed messages over the Israel-Hamas war? The government halted a huge weapons deal, but is it now going ahead with one? We try to make sense of what is happening. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. We are really glad you're starting your day with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. It is Wednesday, May 15th. Let's get right on over to Mark Peterson just for a look at our forecast. Mark, we're also very glad for another beautiful day on the horizon.
It's going to be pretty nice temperature-wise. We're starting off very mild, low 50s, just about everywhere you go in our area. We do have, again, increased clouds, variable clouds, blue sky, shadows. So, yeah, it's going to be sun and clouds today. There's no doubt about it. Taking a look at the 4 things you need to know. Warm and breezy today. Winds really firing up for Thursday and Friday. Showers into the mountains for the most part, but boy, cooler weather coming in, so we'll be below average. We look at a snapshot over the last 3 hours, and we do see a lot of the cloud cover coming in from the north and really heading to the west and south of us, so we will see the pockets of sunshine. 50 currently into the valley, 46 into Spangle. If you're heading out to Fairchild Air Force Base, where they're preparing for the Armed Forces Torchlight Parade, 48 degrees this morning, 43 into Deer Park, getting ready for school up there. It's on the cool side. Your forecast today, sunshine, clouds, and 75 by 2. 77 will be our high today.
Mark, thanks. Well, this morning, the Biden administration is moving forward with a new weapons deal with Israel.
It comes a week after the U.S. paused a shipment of large bombs. The White House is being accused of sending mixed messages, and critics say this undermines the president's message of holding Israel accountable. Let's get to Sydney Charles live at the Breaking Now desk with details about this new deal.
The Biden administration has officially started the process to approve a new $1 billion arms deal for Israel. 2 congressional sources confirmed that news yesterday. It's the first arms shipment to Israel since the U.S. announced it was stopping the shipment of another weapons transfer consisting of 3,500 bombs of up to 2,000 pounds each. The Biden administration pausing the shipment over fears they'd be used in Rafah, where the UN says nearly 450,000 Palestinians evacuated in the last week. A spokesman for the UN says their Secretary General is appalled by the IDF's escalation of military activity in Rafah.
These developments are further impeding humanitarian access and worsening an already dire situation. At the same time, Hamas goes on firing rockets indiscriminately. Civilians must be respected and protected at all times.
And right now, there's a struggle to find food and fuel in Rafah. 50 trucks carrying aid went into Gaza on May 12th, but a spokesperson for the State Department telling ABC News that's not nearly enough. More aid is on the way for people in Gaza. The Pentagon says the pier bringing aid by sea will be open in the coming days. And back to the new $1 billion arms deal for Israel. There is no set timeline for when Congress would officially be notified of the sale, but the sale would require congressional approval, and that could be a lengthy process. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Sydney, thanks. An accounting error could cost 100 Central Washington educators their job.
The Moses Lake School District has placed its superintendent on administrative leave effective immediately. Assistant Superintendent Carol Lewis will now take over for Monty Sabin, with the district currently in a $20 million budget shortfall. More than half of that shortfall is being blamed on this so-called accounting error. In a budget planning document, the school district points to $11 million being counted twice, giving the district the illusion that it had more money than it actually did. On top of that, Moses Lake budgeted for more students than it actually had, meaning it didn't get as much funding from the state as expected. According to an audit, the school district is overstaffed by about 200 employees. The auditor also says teachers in the district are earning $20,000 more than they are funded for, leading to an $8 million gap. We spoke to now Acting Superintendent Carol Lewis about what's next for the district.
It won't be business as usual, but we are committed to providing all of the required components of a public education that are defined by the Washington State Board of Education.
The school board passed a budget resolution last week to reduce staff, cut extracurriculars like sports, scale back career and college readiness programs, and more in order to combat the deficit.
And Moses Lake isn't alone. We've told you about the Coeur d'Alene School District dealing with a $6 million budget crisis. One way the district is planning to save money is by switching from a late start to early dismissal on Fridays. This would reduce the number of hours teachers would have to work outside of their contracts. The school board chair, Rebecca Smith, acknowledges the plan might not be perfect for everyone.
We can always do this for a year and then reevaluate.
So starting next school year, students would get out 2 hours earlier on Fridays. Now, last month, the board also approved closing Bora Elementary in hopes of saving around $1 million.
A 47-year-old Coulee City man shot north of Moses Lake is recovering this morning. The Grant County Sheriff's Office says the man went to discuss an argument with 55-year-old Brian Faircloth at his home. The man then came out with gunshot wounds in his arm and chest. He was eventually airlifted to a Seattle hospital with life-threatening injuries. Faircloth was arrested on first-degree assault. He is under police guard at a hospital for an underlying health condition.
The Chelan County Sheriff's Office is looking for this woman, who they say used a fake passport to steal more than $20,000 from 2 Kashmir Valley banks, one in Leavenworth and one in Cle Elum. Now, if you have any information to help identify her, you're asked to call the Chelan County Sheriff's Office.
The track shelter on East Trent in Spokane has been open for nearly 2 years. Former Mayor Nadine Woodward meant for it to be a way to house people living at the former Camp Hope and for others experiencing homelessness. But now Mayor Lisa Brown plans to decommission it. This follows the city's audit of its current shelter system. That audit found a warehouse-style shelter like track isn't the best way to transition people out of homelessness. No locations for these new shelters has been set, as the city is still in talks with potential operators. But once they are set, they're hopeful these smaller shelters can be tighter knit.
They're building quality connections with the staff. They're not needing to engage in any kind of outdoor activity. We have scattered site shelters operating currently and don't have the same feedback from neighboring communities.
The mayor's office is getting ready to release a proposal this month asking shelter providers and people in Spokane if they'd like to help. They'd like to get those recommendations to City Council by the end of July to hopefully have these new sites operating by September. Good morning, Northwest Time is now 7 minutes after 6 o'clock.
As you're heading out the door this morning, expect another nice day out there. Let's check in with Mark to see what you need to grab.
Yeah, temperatures in the low 50s. So again, those light layers, kids are going to be wearing shorts and t-shirts. That's just the way they are with temperatures like this. I'd have a light layer on. I did. We're going to have a full check of the forecast and where the dust might be blowing up coming up.
It's Navy Week here in Spokane, and in just a few hours, some leapfrogs will be jumping out of a plane onto this field here at St. Al's. We're giving you the full lowdown of everything you can expect coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
And a big cat scare in western Washington as a cougar wanders into a yard where a family was hanging out with their pets. Coming up, we'll show you what happened.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
This year we celebrate Gary Middle School. That's where we're going to have the hometown Chevy Diamonds and Dreams. The whole infield's got to go. New fences, new backstop, and dugouts. The kids are going to love it. Diamonds and Dreams brought to you by your hometown Chevy dealers and Horizon Credit Union.
We rent china, glassware, tents, barbecues, flatware, linen, dance floor staging, tables, chairs.
A to Z rental, no job too big, no job too small.
Jackhammers, stand doors, washers, stump grinders, saws, generators, skid steer, excavator, dingoes, trailers, tractors, nailers, staplers, hole diggers, tillers, mowers, yard vac, aerators.
Call A to Z rental at 509-924-2000 or go to rentatoz.com.
We rent everything, man.
Now open in Airway Heights.
At A to Z Rental, we rent everything.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
We are the Whitakers.
And today is Wishing Star Wednesday.
Jordan is 17 years old. She has a genetic condition called SMC1A.
Macy has something called DeGeorge syndrome. We had actually planned a trip to Disney prior to COVID and had to cancel it. And next thing you know, we were nominated for a wish through Wishing Star, and we were able to go.
Because she loves Disney so much, and because we just love going on vacation as a family, we decided we'd love to go to Disney World.
While we were actually on our way down to Florida, Avery told us that another family from Spokane was going to be there at the same time. So it was fun because Tiffany and I started messaging back and forth and sharing tips and tricks, ideas while we were there. And we were actually able to meet up and get our girls together at the carousel one day at the Village.
We've been very lucky to be able to be a part of this community, be a part of Wishing Star.
Let's come together to make our community a better place.
From the Whitaker family to yours, we are proud to be supporting the Wishing Star Foundation.
This year, make it a summer to remember and get your toys ready for the great outdoors from the pros at Snows Auto. Check out the best brands of stereos and professional window tints. 20% off at Snows Auto.
4 News Now is brought to you by STCU Best of Broadway.
It's just about 6:11. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. This morning, TikTokers are taking on the government, suing to stop a potential ban on the app.
In a matter of months, TikTok could be banned in the U.S. if the Chinese parent company ByteDance refuses to sell the platform. In their lawsuit, 8 content creators claim the law signed by President Biden that could ban the app violates their rights to free speech. The creators' lawsuit is demanding proof that TikTok is actually a threat. Proof many legal experts say will be needed for the government to win its case. TikTok has also sued to stop the ban, so this legal fight is already underway.
The National Transportation Safety Board says 2 catastrophic electrical failures led to the cargo ship Dale crashing into the Francis Scott Key Bridge. The 24-page preliminary report from the NTSB did not give a probable cause for the crash. That'll be in the final report, which could take up to 2 years to complete. The chair of the NTSB is scheduled to testify about the incident today before the House Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure.
Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell says stubborn inflation may be delaying interest rate cuts, but so far it's not setting the table for any possible hikes. Now, the Producer Price Index measuring inflation at the wholesale level came in higher than expected. Powell says the Fed's preferred approach is to hold the line on rates until inflation cools.
Air quality alerts are in effect for parts of the Midwest, Northeast, and Great Plains today as smoke from Canadian wildfires drifts south. Dozens of fires there are threatening homes. Thousands of people are evacuating from the British Columbia community of Fort Nelson, where tens of thousands of acres have burned. Other fires are causing evacuations across Alberta and Manitoba.
And as of right now, the Jets taking that to the east of the Rockies, out of our area, but that could change over the next coming days. Sun and clouds today. It's going to be shades needed at times, and 77 will be our high today.
All around the Northwest today, take a look at this video of a family in Western Washington getting a surprise visit from a cougar over the weekend. You can see it run out of the nearby woods here in Monroe and chase the family's 2 cats. There it is, coming within feet of a young girl and her 2-month-old puppy. Something eventually then spooked the cougar and it ran back into the woods. But like you said earlier, too close for comfort there.
My goodness, just about in their garage.
I know. My gosh. Wild. Your Good Morning Northwest time, 6:13.
It's Navy Week. 70 sailors are in Spokane today for a full agenda of special events. 4 News Now's Allison Martinez is live, sharing how you can get in on the fun.
A local paraeducator and coach facing child sex crimes now charged in federal court too. Coming up a little later here on Good Morning Northwest, the new information we've learned about the Riverside coach. We'll be right back.
Honeymoon phase over already, huh?
You know, these things normally take a while to figure out, and these
We get you compensated fairly and only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Hi, I'm Doug Trudeau with Trudeau's Marina. Summer's just around the corner. It's time to get out on the water. We have the most popular boats in industry, premium crafted Sea Ray boats, family fun Bayliner boats, including the Element Series, VR Series, and DX Series boats. Heyday surf boats, great way to get on the water and go surfing. Crestliner fishing boats, and new this year, Princecraft pontoons. So if you're in the market for a boat, come in and see us at Trudeau's Marina in downtown Spokane.
What makes Hospice of Spokane unique is their level of dedication to the patient.
We try to wrap our services around the patient and the family.
Your team feels like our team. That's how much we know you care about making sure patients and families get what they need.
We go, I feel like, above and beyond for the hospice patients to make that last journey of life comfortable.
The 2024-25 Spokane Symphony season is here.
Here's the full show lineup in 15 seconds.
Here you go. 9 masterworks.
5 pops.
Other concerts include Harry Potter,
Nutcracker Ballet,
Handel's Messiah,
New Year's Eve, Beethoven's Ninth.
Max Richter's Vivaldi The Four Seasons,
Star Wars.
Chamber Suarez,
Spokane Symphony at Albert Crest.
Concerts in the park. Whew.
I did it. Subscriptions on the sale now.
Trends come and go, but luxury is always in style. Now's your chance to buy beautiful Kerastan flooring at a price you can afford. During National Kerastan Month, you can save on Kerastan flooring. Elevate your decor with the designs and quality of Kerastan carpet, or choose from Kerastan's Luxcraft luxury vinyl tile collections. Don't miss your chance to live beautifully with Kerastan. Hurry in now to Skelton's Carpet One in Lewiston.
Take advantage of the tax credits you can, including the annual Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. You can get money back on state taxes already paid. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
4 News Now and STCU are teaming up for a one-day Coats for Kids closet cleanout. Gather up your gently used winter jackets and donate them to us all day, Thursday, May 16th. Find a list of locations on KXLY.com.
4 News Now anchors, not just in the newsroom, but in the community, doing the work, listening to you, asking questions to help keep your family safe. We're the people you trust on your screens and in your neighborhood, and we'll always be there on 4 News Now.
4 News Now is brought to you by Kerner Furniture.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
At 6:16, celebrations for Spokane's Lilac Festival are in full swing. As part of the festivities, Spokane is celebrating Navy Week.
70 sailors are here in Spokane for special events, volunteer opportunities, and performances. And our Allison Martinez is live at St. Al's Gonzaga Catholic School to share what the sailors are up to today. Emphasis on the up in the sky.
Good morning to you both. It's a very exciting week because it's Navy Week, but I'd say today is especially exciting. We're here on the field at St. Al's. In just a few hours, this field will be filled with kids elementary through 8th grade. So excited to watch some Navy SEALs. We're going to have the leapfrogs jumping out of the sky. I'm joined by Taylor and Nick this morning. Thank you so much for being with us. Taylor, I understand that Navy Week hasn't been in Spokane since 2021. It was virtual then. How does it feel to be back?
Yeah, so back in 2021, everything was done over Zoom, and me and my sailors are so happy to be here in person doing, we've done close to 40 events so far, and we're super excited for this one especially. I think the kids are going to love it, and I'm so happy that I have Nick and the Leapfrogs here with me.
Yes, and Nick, you're going to be doing this huge jump later today. How are you feeling? Tell us a little bit about the Leapfrogs.
So the Leapfrogs, we travel around the country and we jump into events just like Spokane Navy Week, so we're very excited to be here in Spokane. Later today, we're going to be jumping out of a plane actually 3 times at 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and 3 o'clock here at St. Al's. We'll be jumping from as high as 13,000 feet and landing on the field later today.
And Nick, you've done this hundreds of times. Do you have the same feeling when you're about to make that jump? Are you nervous? How are you feeling?
Feeling really good about today. I think we're going to have a good weather up high. I will say exiting a perfectly good airplane, we get a little nervous every time, but like anything in our job, we get used to it, and we're just really focusing on executing the task at hand here.
Yes, and we're so excited to watch. And as you make your perfect landing, I'm sure you'll get to see the smiling faces of all the kids here at St. Al's, and we'll have a little bit more footage on that later tonight. But for now, we'll send it back to you guys in studio.
Oh, I can't wait to see the kids' faces and the questions that they would have.
Yeah, absolutely. And you'll be able to see it, like she said, later tonight here on KXLY.
My takeaway, Nick did say, jumping out of that perfectly good airplane and coming down. Yes, we're making a choice here, people, but they also have years of training. I love this. And if you're in the neighborhood, you could probably look up and see the thing happening.
Absolutely.
St. Al's, what, 11?
11, 1, and 3.
11, 1, and 3. There you go.
3 times.
All right, let's talk about the weather at 11, 1, and 3. How about that? 11 o'clock, we could see partly cloudy conditions. Temperatures about 69 degrees. It's going to warm up nicely today and quickly, and then we get into noon, 72, 1 o'clock, 73 degrees. Beautiful. You can have a sandwich and watch them jump out of a perfectly good airplane. And then at 3 o'clock, temperature's going to be 76 degrees. Again, variable clouds. You'll see them, you know, with the clouds up in the background. I mean, 13,000 feet. 77 is going to be our high today. Overnight lows of 51. It's going to be nice. We're going to see a continuation of variable clouds, and we are going to see some warmer temperatures. So we look at our planning forecast. We're going to have temperatures in the upper 70s today, tomorrow. Friday, Saturday, we're going to be in the mid-60s. Sunday, 65. And then next week, we start off with temperatures into the mid-60s, overnight lows into the 40s. We also begin our Diamonds and Dreams journey with Horizon Credit Union and your hometown Chevy dealers as we rebuild Gary Middle School and the field that is the Nevada Athletic Field. Doesn't have a real name. It's Gary 1 now. That's what it's going to be called, Gary 1. All right, so we're going to take out a lot of what is the system that waters because we're going to grub out all the grass and we're going to make all of this dirt. But we've got a lot of dirt to remove. So Larry Woodcoff just dropped off a loader yesterday. FMI's dropping off the ASV. It's good on grass on the surrounding park, and we're going to be able to, it's a little skid steer, but it's going to be invaluable as we try and do the work. So they spray painted Gary there. Tonight, the varsity is going to play their final game on this field that has not been worked and not been really taken care of. Not taken care of, that's the wrong word, but it's going to get a complete redo after 20 years or more. So that's what we've got there. Got a lot of people, plus Air National Guard 100th anniversary next Tuesday. About 25 of those from the Air National Guard are going to come in and help us too. Yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff going on.
You do, of course you do. And yeah, you're right. They've taken care of it with as best as they could.
Now we're going to make it great.
There you go. Well, your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:21.
It may be a little easier for WSU fans around the country to watch the Cougs on the gridiron next season after the break, where the games will be televised, and both the good and bad that comes with that new deal coming up next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Whether you're hauling your boat to the lake or a team full of soccer players,
Perfection Tire carries a full line of Cooper tires with advanced safety features, warranties, and competitive pricing.
Nobody beats perfection.
Spokane stepped onto the world stage by hosting Expo 74.
And Wendell Ford was there, celebrating our community spirit.
We're still here, continuing that legacy started by Kristen's grandfather in 1943.
To celebrate, we have some of the best financing and savings we've ever offered.
Escape, Bronco, Explorer, and the F-150.
Some with 0% for 72 months. Celebrate with us.
Wendell Ford at the Y on North Division.
Drive for generations.
Upgrade your kitchen with Frigidaire Professional, offering powerful performance and professional-grade design. The front control gas range provides the ultimate flexibility for making your favorite meals. Sear and saute with precision, and flip pancakes on the griddle for golden results. And thanks to our smudge-proof stainless steel, spend less time cleaning while keeping your kitchen looking spotless.
You won't find Frigidaire Pro at the box stores, but it's on sale at Fred's. Fred's Appliance. We want to be your choice.
Join Women Helping Women Fund for Give Like a Woman on May 22nd to raise funds for programs supporting women and children. This year's event features Sean Astin, actor, author, and son of legendary actress Patty Duke. Join us May 22nd at the Spokane Convention Center.
Expect even more from KXLY Plus. Live updates from the 4 News Now team. Breaking news as it happens. Weather every 10 minutes. Free on your time. Download the app, connect to your streaming TV, and connect on KXLY Plus.
For over 90 years, the McVeigh Brothers family has been installing the very best in roofing, siding, and windows made for the Inland Northwest. Last year, our 6000 Series Coeur d'Alene windows earned the 2024 Energy Star Most Efficient Award, beating some manufacturers by 20%. So this week, we're celebrating by matching your energy rebate up to $10 per square foot with every window sold. At McVeigh Brothers, we're always working for you.
Whether you're going on a long trip or just your daily commute,
Perfection Tires certified techs are your trusted resource for efficient, cost-effective repairs and routine maintenance.
Nobody beats perfection.
Welcome into Morning Sports. I'm Julian Minitso. It'll be easier to watch Cougar football games next season. All of Washington State and Oregon State's home games will be televised on the CW and Fox and will be available in every TV household. This will get Washington State as many viewers as possible, which is important as both WSU and OSU are looking to rebuild the Pac-12. The financial information of this TV deal was not disclosed. However, Washington State and Oregon State will make less money than if the Pac-12 conference stayed together, but the national TV exposure is a good trade-off. The Cougars will have 5 home games on the CW. The matchup against Texas Tech will air either on Fox or FS1. Kickoff times for WSU's remaining schedule will be released later this month. The Seattle Seahawks schedule is set to be released tonight. Now, while the Seahawks don't know the dates and times of their games, the opponents will have already been determined. Seattle will play 9 home games and 8 road games. The Seahawks will play every NFC divisional rival twice, including the San Francisco 49ers and LA Rams. Seattle will play 6 teams that have played in the playoffs last season. And the Seattle Mariners fall 4-2 at home to the Kansas City Royals. The Mariners gave up all 4 runs in the 7th and 8th innings. Now, the final game of the series is at 1:10 this afternoon in Seattle. And that'll wrap us up for Morning Sports.
I've been checking to see with what teams the Vikings are going to be playing. I'm excited to see that they're playing Seattle this year.
It'll be good.
Well, your Good Morning Northwest is 626.
And new safety concerns this morning at Boeing. The Justice Department saying the company violated a settlement after 2 deadly plane crashes. After the break, Sydney Charles has what exactly was violated and how long Boeing has to respond.
And from safety in the sky to safety online, as a Riverside teacher and coach now faces federal child sex crimes, how parents can make sure their kids are protected online. And before we go to break, here's a first look at what's coming up at Good Morning America starting at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an ABC News exclusive.
How do you move forward after this?
Audiences know actress Angie Harmon for her tough, no-nonsense characters on Law & Order.
List of property stolen from the Hagen home.
And Rizzoli and Isles.
Just somebody out there is really pissed off at me.
But last month, she experienced the unthinkable.
A man just shot our dog on our front porch.
And this morning, actress Angie Harmon speaking out for the first time since a delivery driver for Instacart shot and killed their family dog, Oliver.
Ollie sounds like the epitome of all bark and no bite. He was fun. He was loud. He's the one that runs around and barks the whole time. And, you know, annoying, yes. Dangerous, absolutely not.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more of Angie Harmon's story with your GMA First Look. I'm Juju Chang, ABC News.
Before my doctor and I chose Breztri for my COPD, I had bad days. Flare-ups that could permanently damage my lungs. With Breztri, things changed for me. Breztri gave me better breathing. Starting within 5 minutes, I noticed my lung function improved. It helped improve my symptoms. And Breztri was even proven to reduce flare-ups, including those that could send me to the hospital. So now, I look forward to more good days.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Can't afford your medication? AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Ask your doctor about Breztri.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Shop us and you will see no one saves you more green than the Green Team at Jennifer's Auto Sales and Service.
My name is Megan, and I've been a member of Canopy Credit Union since I was 4. With Canopy, they have a whole team who's there to help guide you if you have questions. That's huge. It's so nice to know that you can get an answer to your questions. I have never had an issue that wasn't able to be resolved in a super friendly, helpful manner. It's so wonderful. I honestly don't think I'd ever leave.
Elite Tire and Suspension, your premier tire and suspension shop, can do it all. A family business that started right here in the Northwest, building their business and your trust from the ground up. Active in the community and committed to supporting schools and youth programs in the Coeur d'Alene and Sandpoint area. Elite Tire and Suspension, top-notch customer service, the best warranty in town, and easy financing. Their experienced team will keep you safe on the road with correct tires, suspension, and alignment. Call, click, or stop in anytime. Elite Tire and Suspension in Coeur d'Alene and Pend Oreille.
Good morning. Thank you for calling Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. How may I help you today?
I'm having some problem with my air conditioner.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What sort of problem?
Well, it's making a clingety, clangety, clunk sound.
Oh, no worries. We can certainly take care of that for you. Here at Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, we speak your language.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Well, good morning, Northwest. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. We want to get you started on this Wednesday, May 15th, with your forecast. Here's Mark.
A little more cloud cover than yesterday. We're going to see clouds and sunshine today. Temperatures pretty mild, 51 degrees, winds to 7 miles an hour. We're going to see those start to pick up in intensity over the next couple of days. Part of our 4 things that we're talking about. Warm and breezy later on this afternoon, winds in excess of 15. Then the winds fire up Thursday and Friday with gusts to 30 miles an hour both days for us. Mainly mountain showers expected over the next couple of days and cooler weather moving in on Friday. Thus the windy conditions. Right now we're seeing cloud cover coming just now to the west of Spokane and really to the south. Heavier cloud cover, thicker cloud cover. We're going to see, again, some breaks coming in this afternoon, certainly. 48 and a 9 mile. Fairchild, you're there. So is Spangle. We have temperatures in the low 50s along I-90 all the way into Idaho. So pretty mild start to the day. Your forecast. Yeah, those sun and clouds we talked about, some nice breaks, temperatures into the mid-70s by 2 o'clock. In fact, at noon, we'll be at 72. But our high today is about 10 degrees above average at 77. That'll take us through the dinner hour.
And at the Breaking Now desk, this morning we're learning about new Boeing safety concerns. The Justice Department is accusing the company of violating a settlement reached after 2 deadly plane crashes. The agreement allowed Boeing to avoid criminal prosecution following crashes involving its 737 MAX jets in 2018 and 2019. In exchange, it was required to follow certain safety procedures. But in a new letter, prosecutors claim Boeing has failed to design, implement, and enforce a compliance and ethics program to prevent and detect violations throughout its operations. The Justice Department says Boeing is now subject to prosecution, though the department still determining how it will move forward with this case.
Boeing is one of the largest and most powerful companies in the United States. It supports tens of thousands of jobs across the country. It supplies our military with planes and different weapon systems. But on the flip side, the families who lost people in those 2 crashes, they want justice.
And those 2 MAX jet crashes killed hundreds of people. The first in Indonesia killed all 189 passengers and crew. The second in Ethiopia, 157 people lost their lives. A congressional investigation found Boeing failed in its design and development of the MAX. The father of one of the people killed in the Ethiopia crash says he's very pleased the Department of Justice found Boeing in breach. Now, responding to the Justice Department's letter, Boeing said, "We believe that we have honored the terms of that agreement and look forward to the opportunity to respond to the department on this issue." Prosecutors have given Boeing until next month to formally respond. Reporting in the studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
All right, thanks, Sydney. The Riverside School District educator and coach already facing child sex crimes is now being charged in federal court as well. Federal prosecutors charging Dallas Schuler with receipt of child pornography.
And we do want to warn you, you might find the details of this case disturbing. Prosecutors said the investigation began with a tip into the FBI in Spokane on May 6th from the FBI's Child Exploitation Operational Unit. The FBI then met with Spokane County Sheriff's deputies and led them to Schuler, who works as a paraeducator at Riverside Elementary School. As outlined in the state charges, Schuler admitted to trading videos of kids having sex.
Investigators also searched through Schuler's devices after his arrest. They say on one phone, Schuler participated in chat groups involved in trading sexual abuse material. On one phone, investigators found explicit photos and videos that showed children being sexually assaulted. According to court documents, Schuler also confessed to having sex with two 14-year-old boys he met on social media. Documents revealed he was allegedly posing as a young boy or girl online. This case, once again, highlighting how dangerous the internet can be, especially for teens and children. Online predators use gaming sites, social media apps, and the internet to lure in children for sexual exploitation.
It's an issue the Seattle FBI says has become more prevalent within the past year and a half. As kids spend hours online or on social media apps, it's hard to regulate what they're accessing or who exactly they're talking to. That's why the Seattle FBI says it's important for parents to offer their children a safe space. This way, they are not too scared to talk with them in case they do fall victim to an online predator. A multi-care doctor says it's also important to make sure kids are mature enough for social media, and even then, it's important to establish rules.
We never send inappropriate pictures. If anybody ever sends us inappropriate pictures, we need to show mom and dad, and we need to not erase those things. We need to never put our address and our phone number and our age out on the internet because it makes us a target.
And you can find resources for children and parents that both the FBI and Multi-Care provided. That's in this story on KXLY.com.
Idaho State Police investigating a head-on crash that killed a 45-year-old Pullman woman. It happened on Highway 95 south of De Smet, Idaho, yesterday morning. The woman died at the scene. Her identity will be released later. The driver of the other car was airlifted to a hospital with critical injuries.
The Post Falls Police Department needs your help finding 16-year-old Emily Juvan. She was last seen at school last Thursday. If you have any information regarding Emily or her whereabouts, you're asked to call the Post Falls Police Department.
The 5th Street Farmers Market returns today in downtown Coeur d'Alene, and it'll run every Wednesday through September. You can check out the fresh produce, flowers, pastries, art, music, and more from 4 to 7.
So fun.
It's going to be a great day for it. It is now 6:36.
And let's check in with Mark to have a look at that day here. A little bit of wind out there.
Breezy conditions, talking about the leapfrogs and Navy Week. We're going to see 16-mile-an-hour winds about the time they jump in the afternoon, about 3 o'clock. We're going to have a full check of not only what they're up to, but what Mother Nature is up to coming up.
It can be a hard conversation to have with your kids, but necessary. Talking about mental health. After the break, tips on how to approach the difficult topic with your children.
Plus, a new way to bundle and save when it comes to some of your favorite streaming services. We'll let you know how right after this.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
For over 30 years, we've been keeping you warm.
Or cool, but now we are taking you to the next level of innovation.
Fireplaces, sleek modern design, or traditional electric, efficient and trendy.
Lighting, permanent, decorative, year-long lighting, providing security as well as beauty.
These are just some of the ideas we are bringing to you for the next level at Holiday Heating, Cooling, and Electric. We call it Holiday Innovation. Call us today.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
When your backyard is bursting with color and beauty, you're feeling more than pride. You've got the power of the flower from the Plant Farm. The power of the flower gives you creativity, inspiration, energy, and so much more. With the helping hand of the Plant Farm, life excites and your talent knows no boundaries. Bring home the power of the flower from the Plant Farm today, because life is better in the garden.
Every life lost to an opioid overdose is a big deal, especially to the friends, families, and communities left behind. But one small act can make a big difference. Naloxone, or Narcan, can reverse an overdose from opioids, including fentanyl. Almost every time it's used, naloxone saves a life. When they carry and use naloxone, friends save friends, brothers save sisters, parents save their kids. And that's huge. Find naloxone and learn how to use it at wafriendsforlife.org.
And now a joke from Yolk's Fresh Market. What do you call a fake noodle? An impasta.
It is now 6:39. It's not always comfortable talking about mental health with your kids, but experts say the earlier those conversations start, the better.
We want kids to be able to know their emotions because every emotion is okay, right? But not every reaction is.
Pediatric psychologists say parents should be open with their kids when talking about mental health. Listen to what children say and try not to be judgmental, because the goal is for your child to want to talk openly with you. There are more resources that can help. Just search kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org.
Wednesday morning 10-second takeaway. It's going to be sun and clouds. It's going to be warm today. You'll need your sunglasses. Well, it's going to be sun and clouds. Today, 77 for our high.
Well, you'll soon only have to pay one price to watch some of your favorite shows from Netflix, Peacock, and Apple TV. Comcast saying their new Stream Saver app is expected to launch later this month. The CEO didn't say how much the Stream Saver would cost, but did say it would be significantly cheaper than getting all three services separately. Other industry players have been making similar moves recently. Earlier this year, Warner Brothers, Discovery, Fox, and Disney said they were teaming up to offer a streaming service with games from both the NBA and the NFL. Well, 4 News Now and Triple Play are teaming up to celebrate National Dinosaur Day.
Yep, we are giving you a chance to win a Triple Play Stay and Play package by entering the dinosaur word of the day on KXLY.com. Today's word is velociraptor. Just go to KXLY.com and enter today's word for a chance to win 4 passes to Triple Play Family Fun Center, plus a one-night stay. You can enter every day this week. Just watch Good Morning Northwest tomorrow for the next secret word, but today's velociraptor.
Velociraptor, got it.
Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:41.
The 86th Armed Forces Torchlight Parade is just a few days away, but before all that parade fun, some local heroes are stopping in Spokane. Allison Martinez is live this morning at St. Al's.
I'm doing it, you guys. I'm jumping out of an Air Force cargo jet. I'm ready to go. Just kidding, we're gonna leave it to the Leapfrogs. I'll be live with them in just a few minutes to share everything you can expect. It's Navy Week. Back to you guys in studio.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
With local utility rebates and massive tax credits available, it's now possible to upgrade to a heat pump for less than a traditional air conditioner. Heat pumps are far more efficient than air conditioners when it comes to heating and cooling your home. Get year-round comfort with higher efficiency, all while lowering your monthly utility bills. So don't be fooled into buying outdated air conditioning technology. Upgrade to a heat pump, the smart choice for smart homeowners. Call Bill's Heating and AC today for your free estimate.
Did you know that Spokane Hyperbaric Center uses oxygen to reduce pain, inflammation, and swelling?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that hyperbaric oxygen therapy promotes new blood vessel growth, fights infection, and releases more stem cells from your bone marrow?
I didn't know that.
Would you like to know if Spokane Hyperbaric Center is the right choice for you? Go to hyperbarichope.com to find out.
Spokane Hyperbaric Center gave us hope. And now you know.
This Memorial Day weekend, are you settling in for an all-day movie marathon?
You're not lazy, you're comfortable.
Relaxing away the afternoon, you're not lazy, you're comfortable.
Lazy Boy makes getting comfortable easy with contoured cut foam for arms and seats and a layered foam system for cushion cores.
And Kerner Furniture makes shopping for Lazy Boy easy with our price match guarantee and great selection.
Come into Kerner Furniture today during our Memorial Day sale.
When you relax in a Lazy Boy recliner from Kerner Furniture, you're not lazy, you're just comfortable.
Don't miss your chance to get this year's KXLY Golf Pass, presented by Dry Fly Distilling. You'll get 5 rounds at 5 premier golf courses within an hour of Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, all for only $175. Get out and test your skills at the Highlands, Trailhead, Stone Ridge, Twin Lakes Village, and the Links. Go to KXLY.com/golf to get your KXLY Golf Pass, presented by Dry Fly Distilling. Join us at our pass pickup party in Dry Fly Distilling Thursday, May 16th, and use your golf pass this weekend. Luxurious Karastan carpets are just the footing you need to live beautifully. And now, during National Karastan Month, you can save beautifully. Use your exclusive rebate to receive up to $1,000 back on select styles of Karastan carpets and the flawless craftsmanship of Lux Craft hard surface flooring. Live beautifully, save beautifully with Karastan. At Sandpoint Furniture Carpet One, Floor and Home.
Save up to $1,000 on Karastan flooring at Sandpoint Furniture Carpet One.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gamma Knife.
Welcome back. It's just about 6:45. The excitement is already building for the Lilac Festival's Armed Forces Torchlight Parade.
But first, 70 sailors are here in Spokane for special events, volunteer opportunities, and performances, all leading up to Saturday's parade. 4 News Now's Allison Martinez live telling us all about Navy Week this morning.
Yes, good morning to you both. I'm here on the field at St. Al's, where the Leapfrogs will be jumping out of a plane onto the field in front of so many students to see. But before, you guys have been here all week long. I'm joined by Taylor and by Nick this morning. Thank you so much for being with us. Walk us through what these Navy SEALs have been up to so far this week.
Yeah, so the SEAL team from Naval Special Warfare Assessment Command has been doing some leadership, questions and answers at local schools, mental resiliency classes, things like that. It's been a really good week so far. We're excited to be here.
Yes, and the excitement only builds as we get closer to the parade on Saturday. Today we have the Leapfrogs here at St. Al's. You guys are going to be doing some very cool things here. Walk us through.
So later today, we'll be jumping from a perfectly good Air Force cargo jet and landing on the field here at St. Al's. St. Al's Field will turn into the drop zone for today.
So exciting. I can only imagine the looks that will be on all of these kids' faces as they see this all unfold. Now, we've been talking this morning. Obviously, teamwork is a huge pillar for the Navy in general, but for the Leapfrog specifically, can you walk us through what that means to you guys?
Sure. So most folks in the Special Forces community learn how to skydive, and then for us in particular, we do what's called parachute formations or canopy formations. And so what you'll see today is actually jumpers working together, connected parachutes together, working together as a team in the sky. And that's emblematic for us because everything we do in Naval Special Warfare requires teamwork, whether it's parachuting, whether it's diving, whether it's doing any of the other disciplines we're trained in.
Wow, and that is so insanely incredible. And how many of you will be here making this happen today?
We're going to have 4 jumpers in the sky and then a couple of support personnel on the ground.
Are you excited? Are you nervous?
Very excited and a little nervous.
Well, we're going to be here watching these jumps happen in just a few hours. You can tune in to our show later tonight to see that. But for now, thank you guys so much for being here in Spokane for Navy Week. We're so excited to celebrate you. I'll send it back to you guys in studio.
He's a little nervous, but he's done 700 jumps. I'd be nervous every time too, so I don't blame him.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's a whole nother ball of wax there.
Common sense tells you the nervousness keeps them ready. You know, they're 700 times out of a perfectly good airplane. All right, and that's why we love what they do. They do it. 43 into Deer Park, 48 into Cheney. We have temperatures in the low 50s, but downtown 57 degrees. Perhaps maybe a little bit of heat island effect there. We look at our forecast for the day. Temperatures are going to be into the upper 70s. We're going to see sun and clouds. Winds gusting to 25 miles an hour later on today, but should see sustained to 15. We've been hanging out around 8, 9 mile an hour winds so far today. It's going to be 51 for the overnight low. So cool, but not crazy. I mean, it's still above average. So, yeah, I called it mild. We looked at the forecast radar. It's going to be the variable clouds we're going to be seeing for this evening. Winds coming in from the west as well. Tonight, things are looking pretty good. Then we start to see more encroachment out of the north, and we're going to have those scattered showers coming into the mountains and then diving down into our area into the higher elevations. Now, these are adjusted. These are new models showing us that there is a potential for some morning showers on Friday morning. It's going to be quick. It should stay into the mountains. But again, it's just saying, okay, there's about a 20 to 30% chance of that happening. We look at what we can expect with winds. And yes, they're going to be gusting for today. We're going to see tonight things calm down. Tomorrow, they really fire up. Ritzville to Moses Lake. We're going to see winds in excess potentially of 40 miles an hour. No wind advisories as yet, but we all have lived through maybe some dust blowing along that area, and we're going to see that potential again tomorrow with gusty winds all the way through Friday, and then things calm down. Today, into the upper 70s for us, 80 into Ritzville, near 90 into the Tri-Cities. We're going to have 78 tomorrow, mostly sunny again with breezy conditions, winds into Friday, and then Saturday, the Armed Forces Torchlight Parade. Of course, the Navy is here for Navy Week, culminating with that, the Armed Forces Torchlight Parade. Looks to be maybe upper 50s for the parade start. There will be a flyover at 7:30 from, again, Fairchild Air Force Base.
So cool. Such a fun week. Yeah. Thanks, Mark.
It is now 10 minutes before the hour. Your morning sprint's coming up next.
Thanks so much for waking up with us here right on Good Morning Northwest. We'll see you right after this break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. 4 News Now. Expect more on air, online, and on the app.
At Liberty Park, we've been growing our own since 1928, and we continue to be your go-to greenhouse for all your gardening needs, including custom container planting. We have a colorful selection of annuals, perennials, and hanging baskets. With several varieties of tomatoes and other veggie starts, we have all you need to kick off your vegetable garden. We also carry yard art, soil, and pots of all sizes and colors. Liberty Park Greenhouse and Garden Center is now open in the historic South Perry District.
Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been North Idaho's premier flooring shop for over 30 years. From remodels to new construction, they've got your home or business covered from wall to wall. Their expert design team will work with you to find the perfect floor for your lifestyle and budget. They've got the lowest prices. From carpet and area rugs to hardwood, LVP, and laminate, if you can dream it, they can floor it. Dream it, design it, live it at Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls.
Exploring different regions throughout the Northwest and beyond can be fun and educational. 4 News Now would like to showcase these locations with Travel for Adventures.
Grant County, Washington is filled with opportunities to explore some of Washington State's most diverse geological regions. From small towns to huge waterways dotted with campgrounds and beautiful scenery, come enjoy the spectacular recreation it offers.
Enjoy a free tour at Grand Coulee Dam, topped off with a spectacular light show projected on the dam in the evening.
Check out the world-class fishing at Banks Lake, maybe some golf at Royal City, or explore the caves at Lenore Lake.
From wine tasting in Quincy to live entertainment at the Gorge. From the Sandhill Crane Festival in Othello to the Wanapum Heritage Center in Mattawa, you'll find plenty to enjoy by boat, by car, by bike, or on foot in this vast and beautiful region known as Grant County.
Discover more places you might like to visit. Go to KXLY.com/travel4adventures.
Every year across the inland Northwest, hundreds of teens age out of foster care but still need support. That's where Safety Net steps in. We started Safety Net to help former foster youth take flight so they won't fall through the cracks.
May 24th to 31st is Sip and Shop for Safety Net. Support North Idaho by purchasing a drink or item at specific Coeur d'Alene local eateries and shops.
For every purchase at participating businesses, Numerica will donate $1 up to $3,500. This is how Numerica cares for kids.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Wednesday with the morning sprint.
President Biden has approved a new arms sale to Israel. Sydney Charles has those details.
It is Navy Week. Allison Martinez live sharing how you can get in on some of the fun.
And Mark has your forecast with another warm, breezy day ahead.
But first, an accounting error could cost 100 Central Washington educators their jobs. The Moses Lake School District has placed its superintendent on administrative leave effective immediately. Assistant Superintendent Carol Lewis will now take over for Monty Sabin, with the district currently in a $20 million budget shortfall. More than half of that shortfall is being blamed on this so-called accounting error.
In a budget planning document, the school district points to $11 million being counted twice, giving the district the illusion that it had more money than it actually did. On top of that, Moses Lake budgeted for more students than it actually had, meaning it didn't get as much funding from the state as it expected. We spoke to the now acting superintendent, Carol Lewis, about what is next for the district. You can find out what she told us in this story on KXLY.com.
And Moses Lake isn't alone in this kind of thing. The Coeur d'Alene School District is dealing with a $6 million budget crisis. One way the district is planning to save money is by switching from a late start to early dismissal on Fridays. This would reduce the number of hours teachers would have to work outside of contracts. Last month, the board also approved closing Bora Elementary in hopes of saving about $1 million.
In our First Alert weather, the First Alert weather app, by the way, still free, still available, and it should be a part of your arsenal on your phone. We do have variable clouds coming down from the northwest. It's really coming to the west and south of us. We're going to see maybe a mountain shower later on today. We're going to be dry, breezy. Right now we're sitting in the low 50s with 58 downtown. Forecast, we're going to have sun and clouds and a high today of 77 degrees.
Idaho State Police are investigating a head-on crash that killed a 45-year-old woman from Pullman. It happened on Highway 95 south of Desmet, Idaho yesterday morning. The woman died at the scene. Her identity will be released later. Now, the driver of the other car was airlifted to a hospital with critical injuries.
A 47-year-old Coulee City man shot north of Moses Lake is recovering this morning. The Grant County Sheriff's Office says the man went to discuss some kind of argument with 55-year-old Brian Faircloth at his home. The man then came out with gunshot wounds in his arm and chest. He was eventually airlifted to a Seattle hospital with life-threatening injuries. Faircloth was arrested on first-degree assault charges.
The Riverside School District educator and coach, already facing child sex crimes, is now being charged in federal court as well. Federal prosecutors charging Dallas Schuler with the receipt of child pornography. Now, we do want to warn you, some of the details in this case may be disturbing. Prosecutors said the investigation began with a tip to the FBI in Spokane on May 6th from the FBI's Child Exploitation Operational Unit. The FBI then met with Spokane County Sheriff's deputies and led them to Schuler, who works as a paraeducator at Riverside Elementary School. As outlined in the state charges, Schuler admitted to trading videos of kids having sex.
And the Biden administration has officially started the process to approve a new $1 billion arms deal for Israel. Two congressional sources confirmed that news just yesterday. It's the first arms shipment to Israel since the U.S. announced it was stopping the shipment of another weapons transfer last week. At this time, there is no timeline for when Congress will be notified of the new sale, but coverage on the new deal will continue coming up next on Good Morning America.
The Chelan County Sheriff's Office is looking for this woman who they say used a fake passport to steal more than $20,000 from two Kashmir Valley banks, one in Leavenworth, one in Cle Elum. If you have any information to help identify her, you are asked to call the Chelan County Sheriff's Office.
Mayor Lisa Brown plans to decommission the track shelter on East Trent in Spokane. This follows the city's audit of its current shelter system. That audit found a warehouse-style shelter like track is not the best way to transition people out of homelessness. No locations for new shelters have been set. The city of Spokane is hopeful these smaller shelters can be tighter knit.
It's Navy Week in Spokane. This week, 70 Navy SEALs are here in town for a whole list of events. This morning, we're here on the field at St. Aloysius Gonzaga Catholic School in Spokane, where the Leapfrogs will be jumping 13,000 feet onto this field for all of the students to see. For more information on how you can check out the Navy SEALs this week, you can head to our website, KXLY.com.
The 5th Street Farmers Market returns today in downtown Coeur d'Alene. It'll run every Wednesday through September. Check out the fresh produce, flowers, pastries, art, music, and more from 4 to 7. Will the weather cooperate for it? We'll check in with Mark one last time after this.
We want your furniture. During our spring cleaning sale, bring in or send us photos of furniture you no longer want. And if it's in good condition, we'll consign it for you. Plus, give you an additional 20% off your next purchase.
Consign Furniture. Easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
Wednesday, I'm singing with Weezer, plus Brooke Shields. I heard that you recently did boxing. I can pretend that what I'm punching is somebody I live with.
Watch Kelly Clarkson today at 3.
Friday and Saturday, May 17th and 18th, are great nights to take in a ball game at Avista Stadium. Friday, May 17th is Armed Forces Appreciation Night with a post-game fireworks spectacular presented by Throw Yo Earth. Saturday, May 18th, bring the whole family for another Yolks Family Feast. $2 hot dogs, Pepsi products, and ice cream sandwiches all game long, plus Dairy Queen Circle the Bases after the game. For tickets and game times, go to SpokaneIndians.com.
We want your furniture. During our spring cleaning sale, bring in or send us photos of furniture you no longer want. And if it's in good condition, we'll consign it for you. Plus, give you an additional 20% off your next purchase.
Consign Furniture. Easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
So we have a beautiful morning underway. Winds to about 8-9 miles an hour. Temperatures into the mid-50s. We're going to see those mid-50s through the 8 o'clock hour. Then by 10, we're into the mid-60s. And, of course, the mid to upper 70s for the afternoon. Again, through the dinner hour, about 77 degrees. Beautiful barbecue weather. Now, we'll see warming conditions tomorrow again, 78 degrees, sunshine. But the winds fire up tomorrow in through Friday with a cool down and a cold front. 64 with temperatures in the mid-60s Saturday and Sunday.
Well, thanks so much for starting your day here with us on Good Morning Northwest.
We'll see you with live local updates throughout Good Morning America. It starts right now.